Hi all, welcome to my EFL Team of the Season predictions video. Could be a pretty nice team of the season in all honesty. EFL always seems to have some nice individual cards to look forward to, and they're easy enough to link up into like EPL squads as well for hybrids. So we can smash the likes, it would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GIsLegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And of course we've had the Player of the Year cards that of Collins, Norwood, Pookie and Aarons. So those four realistically should make team of the season. So I'm starting off with three goalies of Day, Krul and Davis. I thought I might as well take one from each division, seemed very logical. Day been very impressive for Newport. I was pondering other teams as well, like Lincoln or Bury for example, were a couple of teams I was looking at. But I felt they kind of stood out for me, and I thought we'll go with him. And also he was in the EFL Team of the Season that was released at the awards last week or so. Tim Krul being a focal point for Norwich, a lot of clean sheets for him this season, and for me could be the standout goalkeeper for the EFL Team of the Season. I kind of felt it was a bit logical. I thought go for either someone that's a good silver or a good gold that's been playing well. In an ideal world we would have all wished for Jack Butland to have been doing well, but sadly Stoke have been absolutely dire this season. And then Barnsley's Davis, I'm sure it's Adam Davis or Andy Davis, I can never remember. Been very consistent for Barnsley, being a focal point for them in goals, and definitely been pretty consistent, and would definitely merit his spot into the team of the season, making him I think the best Welsh rated goalkeeper in the game this year at the moment anyway. I think other possibles that you could have are probably looking maybe say in the Championship if anything. So 6 defenders, obviously Aarons is in the EFL Player of the Year card that we got, if you've not unlocked that. Very nice card at least, and I would imagine his team of the season, well that's a tradable version, why not get the untradeable version? It was fairly straightforward to own, and in all honesty a blue version of it wouldn't exactly hurt either. Pearce being a good defender for Mansfield being very impressive this season in League 2, pushing for promotion and could sneak in nonetheless. Cooper of Leeds definitely deserves his spot in. I think pace may be the only issue I think for him, but more than merited this spot. Leeds have been very sound all over the pitch this year, and he is definitely at least the first of several that deserve a nod into the team of the season. Jason Shackle been very impressive for Lincoln. Interesting to see, obviously he's got like good experience in upper leagues, so you'll see him obviously in his veteran years in League 2 doing the business, so fair play to him. Clark for Pompey, very consistent. I think if I didn't include some Pompey players I'd probably get shouted at by a few folk that follow me, namely Footdan, who's a Pompey fan, and Justin of Luton. Very impressive season for him, getting nominated for Player of the Year, for Young Player of the Year for the EFL, so definitely a merited shout. Now I've got him as a 79. Now obviously as we saw with Aarons being an 84, potentially Justin could go a little bit higher, maybe that 81-82 bracket, so time will tell. On from a midfield perspective, Aidan McGeady, he obviously got nominated for the EFL League 1 Player of the Year, and could be a very nice card. Could almost feel like a flashback version of him in a sense, and could be a very popular card for people that like skillers, and would just be a fun, I'm sure a few folk would get folk reviewing them for videos. Calvin Phillips of Leeds, another one that's definitely stood out in midfield. You could also see maybe Pablo Hernandez for example. I was also considering putting Kemar Ruffin, but I know he's been playing between like right mid and striker, so I was kind of on the fence of actually including him. So you may see Roof feature as well. That would be the third Leeds player that may make the nod. Jared Bowen should walk in. He's been very clinical for Hull this season. Played a big part in their kind of run where they were very running right, where they weren't losing. They were winning. What was it, like 10 wins on the spin or something? 10, 11 wins on the spin, and kind of like the dark horse kind of sneaking in. Then the Bury pair of Mayer and O'Shea, both of them got nominated for the League 2 Player of the Year, and I feel both should merit their spots anyway. They've been very clinical this season for Bury, helping them to hopeful promotion, looking on the cusp of it. And then Moat of Barnsley, another standout in midfield. Then on to 3 other midfielders that I feel will get the nod. Bostwick of Lincoln. Honestly, that card, I played against him quite a lot for the Silver Player of the Year objectives, like for Aaron's and all that. And Bostwick, his physical is a nuisance. So him maybe potential with like 99 physical would be kind of mental. He might not be the most appealing card in the world, but with him being in that central defensive mid position, could do quite well and be quite a neat wee card. Wilson, another player that got nominated for the Young Player of the Year award. Big question is, would he go above, the same, or lower than Aaron's? That is the big question. I put him as an 83 just for now, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if he was to go like 85 or 86 possibly. And then Norwood of Sheffield United, I was pondering Fleck as well. I was on the fence, but I thought I'll go with Norwood. Felt merits his spot. And then our forwards, we've gone with Che Adams. He could be pretty lethal. Could be a nice wee super sub for some folk at this stage of FIFA, even if you've not got the most expensive of teams. John Marquis always seems to get either a Team of the Season or a Player of the Year card for EFL. He's had that at least the last few years anyway, I think. So he'd merit his spot. And this year again, been very clinical for Doncaster. Collins, Norwood and Pookie obviously walk in because of their Player of the Year cards. So practically same stats. They're not going to be any higher or any lower. They're just going to be the same ratings that they've got. And then Billy Sharp, obviously he's got 2 informs to go alongside, and it would have been interesting to see what his Player of the Year card would have been, because obviously with Collins being an 86, would Sharp be an 87, 88, but I've put him to an 88 because obviously his inform was an 82, but would be a nice card regardless, I think, for a few folk. But as I said, Roof could be someone that could sneak in over Marquis, for example, but I can't see it. I feel Adams, Sharp, because they got nominated for, and Marquis as well, because they all got nominated for like awards, I kind of feel a lot of these players will get first priority for like Team of the Season cards. But I feel that's where a lot of these players will kind of get in from. If they were nominated for the awards for like Young Player of the Year or Player of the Year, it will get them in, like say maybe first dibs. It's then other players that weren't, say, nominated but have stood out this season. And then for 4 possible objective cards for the EFL, gone for Walker from Mansfield, Bruno Andrade from Lincoln, Tammy Abraham from Aston Villa, and McGeehan from Barnsley. Kind of tried to balance it out with divisions and positions. I think the most likely, could be like Tammy Abraham, because obviously he's been very impressive for Aston Villa, and I think a lot of people would be quite appealed to go for an 87 rated card as an objective. But saying that, you could also see some of these dropping as SBCs. So you may see Bruno Andrade or McGeehan, and they'll be fairly straightforward to do. They won't exactly cost much. They'll be like 15,000 coins. They'll be under their discard, what they would go for, like maybe 18, 19k. So suddenly if the SBC is like 12 to 15k, it wouldn't exactly hurt. And to be honest, Bruno Andrade, for being Portuguese, could actually have a few uses about him for other SBCs later down the line. But all in all, I think EFL Team of the Season has plenty potential to be decent. Some nice individual cards to look forward to, out with if you did or did not get the Player of the Year cards. But let me know, folks, down in the comments below, out with what I've covered from this. Is there anyone else that I could have included for a Team of the Season card for the full team itself, or as maybe potential objectives or SBCs? So hopefully you find this useful, folks. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later for more team of the season predictions, and obviously any other predictions that will be rocking up on the channel over the coming days and weeks.